Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, host Jan. I hope you are all doing well today. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series right here on Football Therapy, where I go across football news media, see what's being said about the Blues, consolidate it into one manageable package, giving you my opinion, but more importantly, of course, asking for yours. Three things I want to crack into today. All transfer related, actually, but then again, that's exciting because the January transfer window is very much upon us, and hopefully Chelsea will have some exits, and who knows, maybe even a new inclusion through the door. Get comfortable. I hope you've got yourself a drink poured, settle into your chair or wherever you're sitting. Hey, you might be standing. Consider subscribing to Football Therapy if you enjoy daily content regarding the Blues. Feel free to help a brother out by liking the video because it really does help me, and you know, that would be great. As we take a deep breath in, let's get into it. Right, the first two stories actually relate to Atletico Madrid. First off, let's start off with Diego Costa. Atletico Madrid are going to release him next month. He has 6 months left on his deal, but he's out of favour due to Luis Suarez and João Felix playing up front. And like many La Liga clubs, Atletico Madrid are short on cash, so they could do with not paying Costa for 6 months. He's a high earner, and if he's not playing, that's peas they could be saving. So, Diego Costa available on a free transfer in January. Now, I'm not saying Chelsea should go in for Diego Costa. His goal-scoring form has been dismal generally in the league since he left Chelsea. Marina Granovskaia sold Diego Costa back to Atletico Madrid for 60 million euros. Now, I've mentioned this a couple of times, I think, on Football Therapy over the last year or so, but I'm going to mention it again. Antonio Conte told Costa he's never going to play for Chelsea again. Diego Costa says, right, well, if you want to sell me, I'm only ever going to agree to transfer to one club, and that is Atletico Madrid. All things considered, and the fact how he'd run his contract down a relative amount, everyone was thinking, right, Chelsea are going to get 15, 20 million for Diego Costa here, because Madrid literally had Chelsea's nuts in a grinder. Still, Marina Granovskaia pulls out magic out of the bag, and Chelsea somehow gets 60 million euros. Absolutely incredible scenes. One of the best transfers outgoings that Chelsea have ever had, considering the situation and the terms. Amazing work. Still, Simeone and Atletico probably regret the move because his return was very poor and he never really did the business from then on for Atleti. So what does that mean? Well, Costa himself wants to stay in European football, and even though he's probably past his prime, let's be real, it's still Diego Costa. Like, how old is he? He's just recently turned 32, so, you know, he's younger than Giroud, he's younger than Cavani. You know, the truth is, I think Wolverhampton Wanderers might be going in for him, which actually would make a lot of sense. Of course, Raul Jimenez is going to be out for a while. They're seriously lacking a striker. He's Brazilian Spanish. Diego Costa, he'll speak Portuguese. They're basically just a Portuguese club. Free transfer, kind of makes so much sense, and really Wolves are kind of the level he should probably go to now, right? But some Chelsea fans are saying, look dude, it's Diego Costa. He will score goals for us, he always has. It's a free transfer, maybe he'd take like a 2-year deal, and probably most notably, the one thing that he has that Chelsea don't have at the moment is prime housery. You know, so anyway, I know this is not a direct link to Chelsea, but because he was such a big player for us and it is an interesting transfer, I did want to talk about it today on Football Therapy and get people's opinions on it. I mean, he might pop up in the Premier League, so that would be absolute box office. Anyway, I'm keen to get your thoughts and opinions on that, but for the moment, let's move on to the next story of this video. Staying on Atletico Madrid, it has been reported that Diego Simeone, although happy to let Diego Costa go, he still wants another striker option up front. Often playing two strikers with Suarez and João Felix, you need a rotational option that you can trust. Yes, they have the likes of Correa and stuff, but he has been reportedly looking at Chelsea's recent in-form gunman, Olivier Giroud. Now, I'm reporting on this story because this series is Chelsea news and I react to headlines and news and tell you my opinion on it. And I think this is nonsense. Frank Lampard, there's no way he would want to let his goal-scoring striker leave in January. I mean, unless Giroud himself says, look Frank, they want to give me a 3-year deal, I gotta go mate, you can actually make 10 million or so, well, I don't know, that's a bit sensational, maybe like 6 million here, I've got 6 months left of my deal, this is a great opportunity for you. You know, Tammy Abraham's still scoring goals, his goal scoring return is actually very good, sell me. There's no way Frank Lampard would want to let him go in terms of, well, if you listen to the noises Frank's made regarding Olivier Giroud these last few months. But if you sit down and look at it and go, right, Giroud's been scoring goals, great, he's been great, but has he really been contributing to the philosophy of this free-flowing attacking play? Maybe not. Tammy Abraham presses, Giroud doesn't press. Werner will play down the middle when he starts scoring goals again. Maybe to replace Giroud, you get a free transfer, Diego Costa, who brings a little bit of nastiness. I don't know, man. This is very much me playing devil's advocate. Giroud is scoring goals and he's in form at the moment. He doesn't look like that's going to change. Although I have said a few times on this channel, as much as I love Giroud and respect him and think he's underrated, I do wonder if he is the right profile of player to function in this team, in this offensive passages of play. He was before with Eden Hazard in the kind of build-up play. He's still scoring goals, and really, ultimately, that's all you can ask your striker to do. But also, if you look at the likes of the top teams, like your Liverpools and stuff, strikers' functionality has to be a little bit more in terms of making the whole team play better. I'm not sure if Giroud can do that. He's very much a plan B and he's amazing at that. I don't think Giroud should necessarily be the starting striker for Chelsea. I think Timo Werner should be, once he's found his touch. Anyway, I'm keen to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on this story. I imagine like 99% of you will be like, do not sell Olivier Giroud, but still, sort of maybe add this to the Diego Costa story and wonder if Chelsea do need a different, profile up front, especially while Timo Werner's finding his feet and Tammy Abraham is sort of in and out. Right then, let's move on to the next story. Take a deep breath and let's move on. Declan Rice. You bored of it yet? David Ornstein and many other journalists, publications have reported that this is the most likely inclusion for a January transfer to Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea will be looking to make a lot of exits to slim down their roster this winter window, but in terms of bringing someone through the door and actually making a sound investment, Chelsea only want Declan Rice. Simon Johnson of The Athletic, many different publications, David Ornstein of The Athletic as well, have all reported on this, how Chelsea, in terms of what the functionality of their team now, they feel they're only missing a reliable backup rotational player to play that lone CDM role. Frank Lampard doesn't really feel that Jorginho can fulfill his needs in this particular setup. And I like Jorginho as a character, as a leader, and I appreciate what he can do as a footballer, but the more I watch him play in this Chelsea side, coached by Frank Lampard, I'm not sure that he fits in too much, but looking at Declan Rice's player profile, he looks like he will. Of course, N'Golo Kante has been fantastic there, but N'Golo Kante can also play well being pushed up on the 8. I know a lot of people don't prefer him there, but he does offer some things there sometimes. And ultimately, you need another super solid option to play that lone 6 role. People will call out for Billy Gilmour, and some will even call out for Ethan Ampadu. Personally, I'll be more inclined to lean on Billy Gilmour for that, but also Billy Gilmour, like N'Golo Kante, can play the number 8 role really, really well. So we'll see what happens with Billy Gilmour. But in terms of functioning right now, having a leader, having that sensible cover in that lone 6 role, Declan Rice fits the bill. West Ham have been playing really well this season. He's been wearing the captain's armband. He's only 21 years old. He has an incredible amount of appearances for West Ham and of course a few caps for England, starts for England at such a young age. He does look like he fits the bill because unlike N'Golo Kante, who wants to roam and intercept, he will sit and look at what's happening in front of him and stop the team being vulnerable from transition when the ball is turned over. I do like the idea of Declan Rice. I'm not one of these fanatics. I can honestly, I can take him or leave him, especially if the price is going to be like 100 million or something crazy. I'd absolutely say, you know what, I'm happy to chill, boys. But I can see why he would improve the team, and on that, I probably would be quite interested in the transfer. And if that's Chelsea's main target this January window, then fair enough. Although, personally, I do think it's highly unlikely, considering West Ham are playing so well and considering he does love West Ham. Granted, he might love Chelsea more as his boyhood club, and of course the ambition to make this step up. Ultimately, I think it will be a very, very difficult transfer to pull off in January. But who knows, Chelsea have pulled off some incredible transfers of late. So that's it, ladies and gents. I want to hear your opinions down in the comment section about these topics I've spoken about today. Give me your opinions. Please do consider dropping a like, it helps me out a lot if you've enjoyed the content. And of course, if you want daily content, you are more than welcome to subscribe to this channel where I do upload daily. And if you want to be notified, make sure you hit the bell button because that tells you when my videos are live. All right then, thank you for hanging out. Enjoy the football, and I will see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.